All right, so there we were, cruising through the new open air zoo when I realized that the park was closing in like 15 minutes. That's when the afternoon took an exciting turn. Luckily, we were in my Nissan Rogue. With its powerful DC turbo engine, well, we had more than enough time to see all the animals. Whoa! And outrun a few!
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now, Nissan offers 6 vehicles starting under $30,000 MSRP. Shop at your local Nissan store or at nissanusa.com. 2024 Nissan Altima, Kicks, Leaf, Rogue, Sentra, and Versa. All prices are manufacturer's suggested retail price. Manufacturer's suggested retail price excludes destination and handling charges, tax, title, license, and options. Dealer sets actual prices.
Kickoff football season down at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, now with 2 Valley locations. When it comes to Asian cuisine, no one does it better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented teppanyaki chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse isn't just for dinner, it's dinnertainment, a memorable dining experience where a delicious 7-course meal is prepared right at your table with flair. It's a perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Happy hour is always on fire and offered daily with their specials on Asian-inspired comfort food like Togarashi chicken wings, Mongolian barbecue ribs, and their signature Wagyu beef burger. It's a touchdown every time at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse at either of their 2 locations, Scottsdale Road in Thunderbird, and now open in Peoria at the 101 in Northern. Go to KasaiTeppen.com. That's Kasai Teppen.com, or search Kasai on your mobile phone. Let's say you've got questions. You're looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Well, Harman Solar has the answers. Hi, I'm Jeffrey O'Brien, and listen, there's a couple of ways you can go here. 1, visit harmansolar.com, browse around, because right across the page, they got links to all sorts of great information, like frequently asked questions, equipment, tax credits, even testimonials. Or just give them a call, 800-281-3189. Ask them directly. They'd love to hear from you. That's 800-281-3189, or just go to harmansolar.com.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down.
Because it's time for what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, it's Friday here on the Daily Blender. Your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, not alongside Randy White. We got Keon Rose in the control room. We got Ralph from Harman Solar with us. We got you guys on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harman Solar Studios in Scottsdale. And we are 1 game down, and I'm already beating Keon and Ralph in the picks contest. No surprise there. But yeah, I mean, you know, it was bound to happen. But listen, I told you so. That's all I'm going to say. Told you. And I sent a message to the Fantasy Football King saying, I told you so. Because, you know, I said, hey, maybe I should be doing something with Worthy there. You know, he's like, oh, no. And I'm like, well, okay, if you say so. And turns out that Xavier Worthy, well, he had a pretty nice day. With 20 fantasy football points. Rice also with 20 fantasy football points. And so I'm like, great. This is actually something that, well, it actually kind of aggravates me. And here's why it aggravates me. Because now I got to choose between those 2 guys. I can't start 2 Chiefs players. I can't start 2 wide receivers. It's just, I hate that. It's going to drive me crazy. So, you know, the king of fantasy football says, because I asked him, I says, I should trade one, right? He's like, no, you keep it. He says, you could even start them both if they're really doing great.
Yeah, if you think the quarterback's going to spread the wealth around, then why worry about it?
I feel like he's trolling me. I honestly, I mean, I usually feel like that.
I don't think he's trolling you. He's a best player available kind of guy. If you have 2 great players, trading one because they both play for the same team, from his perspective, is going to be a dumb move. I'll just tell you.
What if one gets hurt?
Yeah,
well, that's the thing.
And what if the guy you keep
gets
gets hurt?
at the same
if
time.
you trade one and the guy you keep gets hurt, Well, now don't you feel silly? You
Yeah,
had two
exactly.
great players, and now you have none.
Go ahead and trade him.
No, I'm not going to trade one, but I can't. It's just going to be a pain in my ass because every game I'm going to be like, okay, I got to roll the dice on which one might do well.
But at least you have the benefit of having those two guys, because you could have it the other way too, where last year I had Devontae Smith. You still have to roll the dice. It could be an AJ Brown game, and if you got Devontae starting, you're done.
Mhm.
If you bench Devontae on a day where it's his day, you left points on your bench. Like, you're rolling the dice either way. You have both guys, so you at least have more control over it.
I feel like it's a good problem to have. It's just my OCD. It's annoying. It's not like your guys' teams where it's like, oh, you're struggling just to find one star. So
Really?
I'll get by. I'll get
Can't
through.
wait till I play you.
It's so funny to me because it's like everybody drafted stars. That's called a fantasy football draft. But okay, sure.
No, but my stars are starrier than your stars.
Okay.
They're really
All
not.
right.
My stars are so starry.
They're really not.
Oh my God, you just bitter. You just bitter. And I got a star playing tonight. I got Jalen Hurts tonight when the Philadelphia Eagles play the Green Bay Packers. That's happening at 4:30 p.m. Here on 1580, the Fanatic. So I got that to look forward to. You guys got anybody playing tonight?
I'd have to pull it up.
I was hoping last night that Juju was going to catch that ball and score a touchdown because that would have pissed you off.
Well, it was one of those things, and I mentioned that to the Fantasy Football King. I said, man, Juju almost redeemed me for that pick. And he says, no, all he did was make my point. You should have never picked him up. And I'm like, yeah, he gone. I'll take care of that. One target could have been a touchdown. He drops it. Moving on.
Yeah, your hands are made out of bricks.
I'll tell you what, golden rules in Premier League, and I don't know who else in the other leagues. If you had Lamar Jackson last night, congratulations. You're a happy person today with 34.85 points in our blender leagues. So, and then you had Derrick Henry, which was pretty good, but didn't turn out probably as well as everybody thought.
If the Ravens didn't go behind,
Mm-hmm.
it was falling behind. You're less likely to have success with Derrick Henry at that point, because now it's time to start throwing the football.
Well, and then he'll take it upon himself to run. He's either passing or he's running himself. He's not handing off to Derrick Henry.
He's just did that worry you? I'm watching this game last night. I'm going, this is not a good game plan for a season, because if he's going to run that much, he's going to get hurt.
Well, he really wanted that game last night.
No, I know, but I mean, I thought he was looking to run a little too much. Now, his offensive line is questionable. I get that. And he had to run because of it. But I felt like he took his eyes off downfield a lot. And then when he did make throws downfield, they weren't very good most of the time because of it. Because I think he was such in a running mode. I don't know.
Yeah,
there
was the throw he missed to Zay Flowers that could have been a touchdown, though.
He says baffling.
He says he was throwing it to Justice Hill. Actually, he wasn't even looking at Zay. He saw.
Well, it was
Justice.
a bad throw either way, wasn't it?
But the thing is, either way, the throw had to be across his body, so he was moving to his
right,
throwing
throw.
to his left. So
That's
it's not. Yeah, like it's not an easy throw.
I wasn't
to
even
make.
focused on that throw. That was a tough throw.
But to your point about him taking his eyes off downfield, because he was running so much, he did have a number of throws where I don't think his feet were set. He's throwing off platform, and that's a tough thing to ask most quarterbacks to do if their name isn't Patrick Mahomes.
So last night starts off, and as soon as I went down and I turned on the TV, I was like, oh crap, because there was a rain delay and lightning, and I was like, oh, this isn't cool. I got to listen to these jackwagons talk about whatever for God knows how long. But luckily, the game only started like 20 minutes late. But I still had to listen to Coach Garrett say some dumb crap. Oh my God, just the amount of dump on that broadcast last night. Everybody took a turn being dumb, and but that's all right. We got started. We got to see a very good game. I enjoyed it. It was a good game, I will say. When I'm all flustered and I'm kind of distracted with like a bunch of other things that are happening. So I'm sorry, like, oh my God, I'm starting to sound like Donald Trump. I'm starting to just sort of say things like, oh, it's a very good game. Good games everywhere. Those games are good. Well, you never get gooder games in these games. All the games are as good as they can good or get.
It was a perfect game.
Oh, that's right. It's a perfect game. They don't get more perfect than these games. These games are the most perfect games ever. The other guys down the dial, their games would never be this perfect.
There you go.
Our games are this perfect. Their games are only this
Right.
perfect.
I gotta do this.
I can't. And listen, for equal time, I can't do the lady's voice because she's annoying as hell. I can't. I can't even mimic her voice.
It's a hard one.
Oh dear God! I don't want to listen to either of them. I want to just. I just want to go away for 4 years.
I can honestly say that is my least anticipated debate. I will not be watching because my ears can't do it.
And then you're like, can I do this on closed captioning?
How cool would it be if we got an NFL game on a Sunday night with Kamala actually doing play-by-play and then Donald Trump doing the color? That would be fantastic.
I didn't know. I'd turn it
That would be
off.
so good.
There'd be
And your
ice
sideline
picks.
reporters could be Vance and Waltz. I mean, this would be fun.
There'd be ice picks and ears all over the country.
Come on,
Just-
Keon. You know that'd be fun.
No.
Oof.
Mm-mm.
I want to hear that game.
I do not.
That was a perfect throw. Perfect throw.
No, I don't want to hear these people ever.
Mm-mm.
Just don't. Anyway, so the weather delay, lifted. It seemed to have some effect because some of the players were slippage and falling down and that sort of thing. But Lamar Jackson, hell of a night. He had himself a double triple. He had 273 passing yards, 122 yards on the ground, 17th career double triple. He was just playing like a man with his hair on fire. And the reason that last time they played, he wanted to erase that so bad, and he couldn't do it.
And he was one Isaiah Likely big toe.
You know what? You
from
can't
doing
blame Isaiah Likely.
I'm not blaming it.
You blame Lamar Jackson for missing the pass that he missed. You can blame everybody on that team.
It's not a blame thing. It's just Likely's toe. If he just wore a shoe size smaller, that's a different conversation.
What a game that dude had. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Likely.
And so,
Likely is on fire.
Most picked up guy in fantasy probably this morning.
Oh, the waiver wire is going to go. Ow! Yeah, that's what's happening.
And
everybody's
boy,
going after
I
Likely.
didn't expect him to phase out Mark Andrews like that. He was out there.
That was crazy.
Yeah, what the heck? Mark Andrews was just a big old nobody. And people who have Mark Andrews are just freaking out right now. What am I supposed to do? I'm glad I don't have Mark Andrews.
He didn't look happy either. Just a couple of shots they did at him, I was like, he looked confused.
Yeah, because the man tore his ACL. He worked his ass off to come back, and now he just seems to be absolutely reduced in that offense.
Yeah, he threw him a couple balls.
And Todd Monken likes to go vertical, and I think Likely is just the better vertical threat. But Andrews has been the sure-handed underneath guy. He does all the dirty work. Can't be happy today.
Yeah.
Well, you have to imagine. I mean, let's look over at the Chiefs. And Kelsey didn't have much of anything because he didn't have to. I mean, Patrick Mahomes was getting it done with, Pacheco quite a bit, but also with Worthy and with Rice. So, it wasn't really necessary to go after Kelsey all day. But he's going to pop back, and there's going to be more volume. It's just the way the game
was
went.
just one of those games. And also, I think that the Ravens made a particular effort to take Kelsey out of the game. They were just like, if someone's going to beat us, it's not about to be Travis.
Mahomes had a ho-hum game too. It wasn't a fantastic game for him, and he still got 20 fantasy points.
Yeah,
that's the beauty of him.
That was a slow burn on that. But again, he does not care about your fantasy football. He cares about getting it done, and he got it done.
But even when he does that, you get 20 points out of him. That's not horrible.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah,
any quarterback 20 plus, you're like, okay, that's about right.
You'll take it. You'll take it.
Let's see. Moist One says you're supposed to trade Worthy for Hawkinson. Yeah, well, you were trolling me when you sent it, and now, no, hell no. Rico Suave says, yeah, way too much running. He's another Dan Marino, great player, but just can't win the big games.
I just think it's way too early in his career to be saying that.
When you guys called the next Dan Marino, you shouldn't be too upset.
Yeah, it's just like you're one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play still. And by the way, Marino didn't fail to win the big one for no reason. Look at his teams. Look at those rosters. Almost no human that has ever played quarterback is winning a Super Bowl with that roster, that defense, that running game.
Like you,
come on,
Ralph, that maybe Keon is taking Rico Suave and rubbing his nose, going, "Look at that team! Look at that!
a little bit.
Take
That,
it
that-
easy on
that-
Rico
that
Suave.
running game and defense was a poo, and we're actually blaming Dan Marino for this.
I mean, to your point, Dan Marino's only Super Bowl was against what? Not Joe Namath, but Joe Montana. I mean,
Yeah,
goodness
the
gracious.
one
That ain't
chance he
right.
had,
Yeah.
it's just like,
As a
okay,
rookie.
as a rookie, you run into Joe Montana and Bill Walsh's offense. It's gonna be good luck, man.
I mean, just unlucky to never get back there. It
just-
kind of sucks, but
Yeah, and part of that was his team was never. They never
Yeah.
gave that guy a running game. He's like
one
the,
guy doesn't get you to Super Bowl.
he's like the quarterback Barry Sanders. Just never gave that guy a
Yeah.
running game.
Megatron says, big concern if you're a Ravens fan is they're telegraphing their play calls. If Henry's in, it's a run. If Hill's in, it's a pass or a Lamar run. Now, you're not wrong, Megatron. I noticed that.
But they
too.
didn't do a good job stopping Henry if it was telegraphed. I mean,
Well, that's the thing is he's still a cargo plane of
He's a
of
beast.
a football player. You can telegraph it if you want to, and you can tell that this offensive line had way more fun run blocking than they did pass protecting.
their
'cause-
pass protecting was not very good.
No, and that right side is a problem.
That's a big
Like
problem.
every time Lamar was trying to look downfield, he had Karloftis in his face and he was trying to get around him, or
Yep.
even on that last drive, he's trying to he had to do that pirouette, run backwards, step up thing just to have enough time to throw the ball. So that's going to be a red flag for the Ravens
And-
looking
and
forward.
What's with this stupid penalty?
So
Oh my
here's what's
God.
going on. The NFL had warned them that they were going to start enforcing that rule, and But here's the problem: the guys were like in the practices and the pre games, they thought they had a bead on how this works, and the refs they feel like the refs just sort of pulled a switch on them, and they're like, "What?
Yeah.
What? This was okay before." Why are you calling this now? And of course, Ronnie Staley was saying, yeah, it feels like they singled me out because, he says we knew they were going to make a new emphasis on the illegal formations. And as we were talking to the refs and OTAs, we got pretty good clarification. And we were doing a good job in OTAs. But then all of a sudden today, the refs, whatever calls they made, I guess their decision, he says, but I didn't feel it was consistent with what we were told from the refs. And also, I didn't feel like it was happening on both sides of the ball.
He's
Ronnie
right.
He's
Staley is
correct.
saying that
He's
the
right.
Chiefs weren't getting
The
called
Chief-
for
no,
it,
they're-
but the Ravens were.
There are
That's
at
right.
least two possessions that come to mind instantly where the Chiefs did the same thing
Maybe
the
worse.
Ravens got flagged for, and there was no call.
Yeah.
And the other thing with Staley is like one of those. There was one actually called on Jawan Taylor, false start. That's just like they shouldn't have called it. Like honestly, and it bothers me because nobody was complaining about this. Nobody woke up and said, "Oh, thank God." The NFL is putting a greater emphasis on illegal formations. Like it wasn't a problem.
It's like they're trying to create more opportunities for a sack because they want to get that tackle up there, not give them that advantage of being back a little further, that little extra step. Why are they? This reminds me of baseball over again. Why are you trying to do this? Why are you trying to?
Because you're
allow
not
this?
you're not going to find a tackle that doesn't start that kickback early.
They all do.
100%
Well-
of them, because the edge rushers in this league are too good. If you don't do that against Myles Garrett, your quarterback is dead.
The right
Every-
tackle for the Chiefs was doing it almost every other play.
Yeah, because
Sorry, Aaron.
Every single offensive tackle is watching the video of last night's game
Yeah.
very intently, and they're going to overcompensate now. That's what they're going to do.
Well, that's what he did in the second half, and then you can see he was playing way up. I've never seen a tackle play so far up. And I was like, and I think that was hurting him overall.
Well, whatever the NFL wants, the NFL gets. It's
Yeah.
just, but they are right. It should have been called both ways. Yes, the Chiefs are the new Patriots. They get all the calls, right? They get all the considerations, and it's something that you can just keep an eye on and fight about at another time, I guess. But it was a fun game even after all the penalties. But it was a fun game, and then seeing Patrick Mahomes catch his own pass, that was
Big play.
Yeah.
he saved the day with
and,
that.
and if you remember in the playoff game, Lamar had a similar thing
Mhm.
happen to him. So it was funny to have it happen on the other side.
Do you get fantasy football consideration for the catch?
If it gains yards, I don't think that one.
It gained
He
1 yard.
gained a yard. Yeah. So let
yeah,
me see
so,
here.
so you I think you'd get it. Yeah.
Oh wait, you had Mahomes.
Yeah, I think he got points for the completion. Of
He
the
did
yard
one reception, 2 yards.
and the reception
2
of the
yards.
yard.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, good for you getting extra points. I mean, if he could do that to himself all day, now you get like 40
If
points.
he could do it at the goal line and score, that'd be even better.
Yeah.
I saw
pass it and
Marcus
receive it.
Mariota do it once. That's the only person I've ever seen actually score it.
So the kickoff was just meh. That whole thing.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
It's
The
just
new
just
kickoff
start
is
at the
just
30-yard
dumb.
line if we're going to do that.
Though-
Just put the ball in the
though
30.
boring and
there,
dumb.
There was one moment of like strategy with it, which was that last drive for Baltimore. The Chiefs intentionally kicked it so that was not going into the end zone, and the Ravens had no choice but to try and return, and they started on their 15. So like you can strategically do some things with this. It may not be exciting on the end of the kicking team's going to, or sorry, the receiving team might get a big play. But in terms of if you want to mess with a team as the kicking team, there are about 500,000 ways to do that.
But isn't that
apparently.
what they're supposed to do? Kick it in that zone? Because all they're doing is kicking it out and putting it at the 30. The idea
Right.
is to do exactly what they did in
Right.
that last possession.
Your idea is to try to dead it somewhere
Right.
within 5 yards of the end zone.
And they
Well,
didn't do that at all night.
You're not going to get around the analytics of things. Someone is going to sit down and crunch the numbers and go, it's still better to kick it out
Mhm.
than to give someone a chance to score. And that the math is going to say that. And I think that's probably, and those teams are statistically driven, like the
But
Chiefs
they've-
and the Ravens are.
They've made it boring. When they
Yeah.
kick, nobody can move until the
It
ball
is.
hits, and then they start running, and they don't even get a chance to run before it's over. And you're like, some of these guys are just running through because they're like, this is my only time on the field, so I'm just going to
Yeah,
stretch.
and you know what? I don't. If some guys are you're a special teams player, you don't want the special teams coach coming after you. Like, why didn't you run hard? No. Let me run as hard as I can and then get back.
You know how when you watch a Super Bowl and the first play, the very first kickoff, and everyone's cameers are going off, and you see all that's gone.
Yep.
Because it's not going to happen anymore. There's the game starts after that, after the kickoff.
They have made it
It's
not
horrible.
just worse, they've made it bad.
Just
It-
get rid of it and put it on the 30 and let's move.
Boring. It's just boring.
The thing
It
is,
is
I don't want him to just put it on the 30. It's just
Might as
not a
well.
thing I get excited about anymore, and that's
Well, I don't-
fine.
Same here,
It-
though. Yeah.
But I don't want him to just put it on the 30 for exactly what happened in that last possession. I don't want to just give it to you on the 30. I want you to start on the 10.
I want to run and kick the whole thing like we used to. I hope
Well-
they get rid of this.
Well,
You know what's funny is I went and saw my son when he played in that game. You know, he's varsity on a high school team, and when they did the actual kickoff the right way, I was like, oh yeah, this is great. Yeah. I started thinking, God, I hope they don't change this year. They probably will, but I wish they wouldn't.
They might, but it's about the collisions. Again, this is you're sacrificing the entertainment value so that these guys can be able to say their names when they're 60. So to me,
That's overrated to know your name when you're 60.
it's not.
It kind of is.
It's not. Having people in my life with dementia, it really isn't. You
Well-
lose that ability, man. It sucks. No,
Then
like
make
it's,
them wear those
I,
big
I,
helmets.
I've had people in my life with dementia too,
And-
and I'm pretty sure if they could say anything, they probably would agree with me. In fact, I'm just going to say it because you can't
Wow.
prove otherwise.
I guess you could do it that way.
You
But,
can't prove
but-
otherwise.
but
Make
but
more
no,
guardian caps on the kickoff.
it's just brutal
Just
time.
do that.
Sure, I don't know that.
Everyone's
I
got a
don't know if
guardian cap.
I don't know if guardian caps automatically make the collision risk
It
go
helps.
away. I'm sure it would help, but I don't know to what extent that is.
Well, let's find out.
Ralph wants his regular kickoff, please.
I want collisions. I want to see. I mean, that's what football is. That's why it's a great sport.
Yeah, but that's the worst collision you're going to get in the sport, and that's unfortunately why it's gone.
We're doing it on punts, kind of.
Mhm.
Not to the same degree. Like they did the math. The concussion injuries on punts are way behind kickoffs. Way behind.
We have a new texter on the text line. Already says, "I want to become a texter." Well, you just did. And he says-
Congratulations.
He says Max Niner, and he says my feet are likely too big. Okay, dokie, okie dokie,
All
Max
right.
Niner. I don't know. So let's come back. I got more texts to get to. We'll talk a little bit more about last night's game. Remember, going forward, in life, we're not going to talk so much about every single game, but last night's game was a doozy. So we'll talk a little more about that when we come back. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
This is Brent Musburger's action update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Get insights into the sports betting market with VSiN's betting splits. See where the money is and keep updated on how the market is reacting. Only at VSIN.com. Now, here are the latest lines from my guys in the desert.
Major League Baseball, the Arizona Diamondbacks are in Houston tonight to begin a 3-game series against the Houston Astros. Arizona's starting Brandon Pfaadt tonight, while Framber Valdez will get the start for Houston. Arizona coming off a series with San Francisco where they won 2 of 3, but did lose on Thursday by a 3-2 score. The Diamondbacks getting a run and a half tonight, minus 150. While the Astros minus a run and a half, plus 125. On the money line, the Diamondbacks plus 145, Houston minus 175, and the over-under run total is at 7.5. I'm Tony Desiri with your VSiN Action Update on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-970-8855. That's 800-970-8855. 800-970-8855.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first time Nana moments.
And welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
My name is Mary Grace. There are a few misconceptions about Alzheimer's. It's not just memory loss. It's the loss of mobility, the risk of falling.
For more information, contact the Alzheimer's Association at alz.org, sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
Hi, guys. Jeffrey O'Brien here. Have you ever gone to harmonsolar.com? Well, you really need to, because everything you ever wanted to know about how solar power can save you big on your monthly electric bill is right there. It's online. Through your phone or through your computer, you can learn about tax credits, the equipment they use, look at how they do things for businesses as well as homeowners, see testimonials from happy customers, and I hear they got a pretty good podcast too. Check it out. Go to harmonsolar.com. That's harmonsolar.com.
The Fanatic is your home for fall football. Catch the NFL and NCAA live games on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Brought to you by Bet365. It's never ordinary at Bet365.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here, host of You Better You Bet, reminding you to check out the show. Now, why should you check out You Better You Bet? Because we bring you the most fun. We bring you the most insightful, the most entertaining show in the wagertainment world. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come alongside them. Plus, you'll get the best betting analysis anywhere from myself, Ken Barkley, and some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. So tune in weekdays, noon to 3 on Arizona sports betting station, 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. Hey, Keon, go to the website because Radio Ron says he sent you stuff yesterday morning. So just check the actual site itself. Make sure they're there. The word on the street is we have some ASU Sun Devil football tickets to give away for the game tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. ASU hosting Mississippi State. And we have 6 tickets and a parking pass. And we'll do with that as we feel like. I don't know yet.
All right, I got them.
I might go 1 ticket and 1 parking pass and give somebody else 5 tickets. I don't know. I'll just any combination I feel like. That's what we're going to do. But we're not doing it right now, so everybody relax. But be ready. We'll do it on the phone. It'll be a phone call kind of thing. 888-368-1580. Sir Drives a Lot says, yeah, Ralph is right. They abandoned Henry when the score was 13-10. Yeah, it was early on, but you know he still got the ball a couple of times. But you're right; they got away from the running game as quick as they could. Donnie says, "Likely sat on my bench last night. I hate fantasy football."
How many points did he have?
20.
Oh.
No, wait. Was it 20?
Likely?
Yeah.
I don't know.
That'd be a lot from a tight end.
I don't know anybody. I don't know anybody that.
Especially
I don't think
a tight end that didn't score. Likely did score a touchdown, but just the one.
I'm about
So
to
20 would
have
still
the
be a lot.
information. I'm about to have it. 31.1 points.
Wow.
31.1.
Oh God. Wow.
Holy moly.
31 on the bench.
Max Niner, our new guy, says, you guys make the 45-minute commute less taxing. Thank you for the laughs. Thank you for listening, Max Niner. Sure appreciate it. Where are you going from? Where to where? Just kind of curious. King of Kitten says, new text or nickname, Tree Trunk. As in the classic Howard Cosell quote, he's a tree trunk of a man. Rico Suave says, Joe Theismann and John Rigging. I don't know why he said it, but he
John
said
Riggins? Yeah, what about him?
it. I don't know. He
You
must
trying
be
to compare
connected.
Lamar to those guys? Lamar and Derrick Henry?
Derrick Henry to
I think it was more about the line, what the line was doing and what would happen if, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, Joe Theismann was nothing like Lamar Jackson.
yeah. And well, there's some similarities, I guess,
Some.
with Riggins and Henry, but
Yeah, I agreed.
So the Chiefs got away with murder last night, several different occasions, one of which I just don't understand. I don't understand how you have an assistant coach call a timeout and the refs go, yeah, that's cool.
and just gave him a warning that don't you do that again,
I mean, that's a
Steve
penalty.
Spagnuolo. Yeah, you're not allowed to.
Because Spagnuolo's like, sorry. And they're like, nah, you're all right. It's okay. But if you're on the Ravens, you're like, well, what the hell? There should have been a penalty for that. There should have been something. What? He's not allowed to do that. They shouldn't have even awarded them the timeout until you saw Andy Reid put his ham hocks together. I just I don't understand. Well, I mean, I understand, but I don't understand how they get away with it. But they get away with a lot. What should they have done? What's the normal thing there? Is it just like a penalty? Do they give them a takeaway? I mean, I don't know.
Well, they
what
should have
do.
gave him a delay of game, first of all, because that's what he
Okay.
was about to get. So
There
the
you
delay
go.
of game should have happened. And then they could have tacked another 5 yards on for him not allowed to do that.
Is that the thing? 5-yard penalty for dumbass calling a timeout?
Yeah, I would have given him a 5-yard for delay of game and a 5
You're just
additional
making
yards.
up the penalty. You
Well,
don't
delay
know
of game,
that.
I'm not making. Delay of game is real. That's what they should have
No, I
gotten.
know. The delay of game, fine. Is there a 5-yard penalty on the delay of game alone?
There is on the loan. Yeah, I'm just
Then
adding that
how
on.
much you get as a penalty for somebody going timeout? And they're like, you can't do that. I
My,
mean, what do
opinion,
they?
my opinion's 5. but that's
Another
just me.
5. That's your
just me.
opinion.
Or you could have made a personal. I mean, I don't know if that's considered a personal foul. I don't think it is. I don't know what else you would call it. Delay a game. Probably a delay a game. Maybe another 5 yards for a delay a game.
How about attempted murder
That'd be 25 yards
to life?
Yeah.
Rico Suave says, that's whoa, Dan Marino lost 2 in Super Bowl, not just Joe Montana. Shame on you for not knowing that, Keon. Shame on you, Rico Suave, for not knowing how to type.
Is he saying that he went to 2 Super Bowls?
I think what he meant to say was that's who Dan Marino lost to in the Super Bowl, not Joe Montana. It was Joe Theismann and John Rigging. So shame on you, Keon, for not knowing that.
No, it was Joe Montana.
I don't know, it's Rico Suave talking, not me. Don't yell at me.
Am I wrong?
I don't know.
I'm trying to remember the Dolphins team that Washington played. I don't remember if that's a Dan Marino team.
So Google Dan Marino Super Bowl.
I'm looking it up.
Harry Soap says the Ravens with 6 offensive penalties in the first 10 plays. Watching Harbaugh look confused. That was pretty entertaining, actually. No, you're right. It was.
It was Joe Montana, by the way.
Yeah, I was like, shame
What are
on
you
me.
talking about,
Shame on
man?
me for not knowing, because I know that Washington's played the Dolphins in a Super Bowl before, and
Yeah, shame on you for
they
drunk
lost
texting.
that one. But I was just like,
And shame on you for your typing.
Typing and drunk texting, yeah.
We all have something to be upset about. now.
They played the Dolphins. They beat the Dolphins, but they
I
didn't-
remember the commercial with Montana and Marino. I mean, I remember that like yesterday.
Well, you are very old.
I
know.
know. Wait,
What year
Whoever that
was it? I don't
texter is, you're
remember.
high as heck. I mean,
wait, and the thing is, you texted this on a phone. You know what else is on a phone? Google. You want to do a double check on that before you try to tell everyone else they're dumb?
Well, I still like you, Rico Suave.
I like you too, but that's not necessary. That's just you can't hit somebody with the shame on you being wrong as hell. What's going on, man?
Yeah, the shame on you was a bit thick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see here. Raider Trucker says, F the Chiefs, go Raiders. And he sent me a picture of a referee with red stripes, That's actually with Chiefs logos. Yes, of course. It's not wrong. That's the thing. Max Niner says, hey, Chandler to 83rd Avenue in Deer Valley. I got 43 miles each way. So you're going Chandler all the way to West Phoenix every day. Wow. I can't. First off, the hell you driving that you make it in 45 minutes? That seems fast, doesn't it?
No, that's 45. I live in that area too. It's about a 45-minute drive.
To Chandler?
Yeah.
What are you in the HIV lane? Because my God, that's
HIV?
fast.
No, I don't have AIDS, so it's not the HIV lane.
Oh, I said
but-
HOV. What are you talking about?
You said
Yeah,
HIV.
that's not what you said.
You need to get your ears cleaned
That's
up.
not even close to what you said.
Another new texter, I think. No, this is somebody who texted in the other day, but they didn't give themselves a texter nickname. It says, good afternoon, fellas. Happy Football Friday. Longtime listener, pretty new texter. Is the texter nickname Go Brandon available?
Go Brandon.
Nah, we're not going to do that. Come on, man. Come up with something sports related or you related. We don't need to get political
No
related.
politics here.
Yeah, we try.
Only on the break.
only during the breaks. Yeah, I don't know. And if you like a politician so much that you build your personality around it, I just think that's weird.
I got to be honest, Ralph. I'm tired of all this socialist talk from you on the break.
Socialist?
If you could just ease up on socialist. Oh no, on air you play a good game. All of a
I mean,
sudden
you're
like,
the center-left liftard, not me.
my God, during the break, come on.
I mean, it's just some of the things that you say. I have no choice.
Even
Also-
Nancy Pelosi be like, man up, Ralph.
I mean, Keon's wrong, but at least he stays quiet about it. You like to be vocal about it.
I'm just dead damn in the middle. You can kiss
No,
my
you're
ass.
not. We've
Both
had
of you
this
can pick a cheek.
conversation. Both of you can pick
Well,
and see.
all I know is I am a lefty, and Jeffrey ain't like me at all. So I don't know what to tell
I ain't
you.
like anybody.
That's true.
You can keep saying Jeffrey's on the left, but I'm like, there are no
Nobody
opinions
wants
that we've
me.
discussed.
There
that
are different points of left.
we share. Yeah, but we would have to share some of those opinions.
Not necessarily. Far left and center left do not
You-
agree.
You,
Just
we
like
should
far
probably
right
do a
and center
show.
right don't agree.
maybe
Remember we were talking
maybe on
about doing a
degrees.
show
I
like
want
that.
to do that show. We were going to do that show, and we should
Yeah.
do it with Keon and myself.
Maybe degrees, but not.
Keon, you want to do like a show that's like a podcast? Not on here. This is sports. We're not supposed to be doing this here. I'm in the middle. I'm on the fence right here, and you can be senior lefty. Ralph can
I
be
don't
Mr.
know.
Righty, and then I'll just start fights.
I think it'd be
See
fun.
that's the start fights. The start fights part of this is
It's conversation. It's not fights.
This is not about your enjoyment. It's about mine.
yeah. That's the part that concerns me.
But then we'll just,
And the
Like,
listeners.
I gotta enjoy it a little bit too, or else what am I doing?
what
this
if we
for?
team
Win
up
a fight.
against?
Win a
Well-
fight.
We'll team up against you.
That's not that fun.
You love the fight every day on this show.
Yeah,
true.
that's
That's
the
true.
reason. And sports, like I feel like that's a place where I could fight and then just put it down and walk away and feel good about it.
Listen, you can donate whatever you make to some sort of liberal cause. Ralph
Politics.
will put the money into an account where he'll buy land in Maui, and then I'll just
Politics impact my actual life a little too much to just argue about it for fun to me. So
I won't be fun. I'll be dropping Mike on you left and right. It'd be funny.
so Keon's like,
I guess. I don't
he
know.
won't. He's not going to play. He ain't going to play.
That's
We just can't be in the same room when we're having the conversation. That's
Do you
all.
see what you've done?
No.
91-16.
Yeah, you started a political conversation. This is
we
garbage.
didn't actually say anything.
I know.
Delay of game.
No one knows what any of our
91-16.
opinions are on anything.
Well, it's pretty clear. You're a liberal.
Yeah, 'cause I just
Ralph
said
is a
it.
righty. I'm an independent. I'm in the middle. So there
You're
you go.
not a Nick. Oh my gosh.
You're the only one complaining about
You're
this.
so full of you know what.
Golden Domer says no delay a game on the defense. You just ignore the timeout request. That's what you do. Well, that's a good point. You let the clock keep going and be like, But see, the guy who suddenly a coach comes running and said going timeout, his first reaction was, oh, timeout. And he's like, oh, wait, you can't do that. So
No.
all they could do is wind the clock back up again immediately.
Do what they do in the NBA. It's a technical foul if you call a timeout and you don't have any left.
Always wondered why NFL doesn't have technical fouls. Like remember Bruce Arians? Man, he used every word. Every word.
Oh,
And
everybody's
sometimes I
proof.
wonder why these refs didn't just
I'm glad that NFL officials don't have that power. I couldn't imagine how bad games would be if you had to watch through,
But they
a
do.
coach losing it on the sideline and then you're just tossed out of games. I mean, they do, but it's not.
They'll
they
throw
don't-
a flag.
They'll throw a flag, but like the ability to just point at a guy and say you're out.
Yeah, I agreed.
That you have that
That's
power in the NBA.
Too much power.
You have it in Major League Baseball. I think it's way too much power.
Yeah.
Moist one says, HIV lane would actually make my day so much better.
I
Oh
just
my
wish
gosh.
I'd never heard that. That's
Wow.
so many of his texts.
Mr. Pink Eye says, will a date be provided with the ASU tickets? Last time 2 listeners went on a date. No, there will be no dates provided.
Not
You're just-
provided.
you got to figure that out yourself, pal.
You could, if you win a ticket and somebody else wins a ticket, you could sort that out amongst yourselves.
I mean, I'm willing to offer up Neil. If you can sit next to him for 3 hours, God help you.
For a minute there, I thought you meant like as a human sacrifice, and I was just
Well,
like,
thought about that before, but I'm thinking
feel
more
like
as
the
well.
props would die. Just feel like it would.
the
you
gods
throw
would,
him
the
in-
gods
you-
would not be appeased
No,
by
you
you.
throw Neil into the volcano, all of a sudden, just spit
Spits it
right
out.
back. Just like Joe versus
I'm
the
sorry.
volcano, but
Is,
without
is
Meg
this
Ryan.
the best you have? You're gonna have to do better
Yeah,
than
it's
that.
like that's the
Can't make that
ultimate
sound.
Haktua.
Can't make that sound.
Rough Rob says, "Can I change my name to Pulsate?"
No.
No. First off, no, and second, no. CK says Keon is extremely left libtard. Jeffrey is normal left. You're absolutely wrong. You have no idea.
He's progressive left, and,
And
you're the
Ralph
center
is just
left.
saying that to aggravate.
No, he's
He doesn't
progressive
really
left.
mean it.
He's progressive left, and you're center left. There is a difference.
I am not anywhere near left.
Just the way you talk, absolutely. You speak center
I'm a
left all the time.
libertarian at worst.
No, well, you are
Harry
somewhat of a
Soap
libertarian.
says the Kansas City coordinator should have got an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
That's what I said.
To what end? I mean, what?
15
Yeah,
minutes.
it doesn't.
Ghetto Girl says it's football season. Why talk politics? You're right. You're absolutely
Got
right.
Sidetracked.
Max Niner says, I hate politics. Stop it. Stop it.
We have what we've actually argued about is where we are on the political spectrum. We have
Right.
said nothing actually political. You have no idea, because no matter what anyone's political opinion is, everyone has like some outlier stance that they actually hold. You don't know any of our political opinions on anything.
Although Donnie does make a good point. Where was Ralph on January 6th?
Oh my God.
At DC.
No doubt.
He was at the Capitol. Where else would he be?
It's all right. Randy's a communist.
Max Niner. Well, he's not here to defend
That's-
himself.
I know.
so
That's why I
not-
said it. I want.
Yeah, because that's actually hilarious if you knew Randy.
I know. Trust me. I do.
Max Niner says, I work in Chandler and I've been doing it for 10 years. Worth the money. I'm home already from work on a Friday. So NFL opening weekend? Hells yes. I agree, man. And, I took Ralph's advice with the one kid we've got in college and said, hey, can I borrow your email address? Boom. Done.
You're welcome.
$200 for the Sunday ticket.
$200.
Congratulations.
You did. 602 Pats fan says, yeah, those offensive penalties were just stupid. You are correct. And listen, congratulations for shedding the stigma of the Patriots. Now it belongs to the Chiefs when it comes to getting all the calls. Rico Suave says, my bad. Chief Skull says, holy crap, why is Ralph's lighting so bright? Is he trying to be like a TikTok influencer? Next, he's going to be putting makeup on and telling stories.
No, it's just my studio lighting. It's what it is.
I'm telling you, that's Al Qaeda cave right there.
No, it's not dark
This-
at all.
The same people who did those videos.
It's just not- it's not
I
dark.
think your wife and Neil should come in and stand behind you wearing like black garb, holding machetes. I mean, it'd look exactly the same.
Neil would look good doing that.
Silly Wabbit. I want him in a burqa. Silly Wabbit says, so what you're saying is correct. Just like politics, all this arguing is actually nothing. Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
And we do whatever we want. So don't try to put baby in a corner. Max Niner says, Keon, still too much politics. Max Niner, don't tell us how to do the show. You've been a texter for like 30 minutes.
We have Hall of Famers, We have Hall of Famers we consult.
There, I fixed my lighting, so leave it alone.
602 Pats fan says, is this really how everyone felt about the Patriots for those 20 years? Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Did you not notice? Where were you during the last 20, 25 years of football?
Winning too many Super Bowls.
Yeah.
All right. I promise we're going to stick with the football because we're really running out of time for everything. So let's take a break. We'll come back. More of the Daily Blender after this here on 1580 The Fanatic.
A new app called Sport Trade is coming to Arizona to make in-play bets instantly. No more spinny wheel. Search Sport Trade Wells to see the great prices Sport Trade players are getting in real time.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem and wants help, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text BEAT to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text BEAT to 42424. That's BEAT to 42424.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm. If you own a timeshare, don't miss this public service announcement from Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group.
If you receive an unsolicited phone call or mail piece to discuss selling, renting, or especially canceling your timeshare, don't fall for it. If you really want out of your timeshare, hang the phone up immediately or throw that mail piece in the trash and contact your timeshare resort or Wesley Financial Group for assistance with your timeshare. As the only Inc. 500 timeshare cancellation company, our knowledge, experience, and results has made Wesley a trusted resource for over 40,000 families we've helped get out of their timeshare. Give us a call and I'll send you our timeshare exit information kit free with the straight facts about your timeshare and all of your options for cancellation.
Call for your free info kit, 800-970-8855. That's 800-970-8855. 800-970-8855.
Everybody's got a podcast these days. Comedy, politics, true crime, you name it. But how many actually teach you anything useful? Harman Solar has an entertaining podcast that is vital if you've been thinking about looking into solar, but you don't know where to start. Ralph and Ben explore the intricacies of utilities, equipment, processes, and more. Their primary objective is to educate and empower you to make informed decisions on your solar journey. So increase your knowledge, not your bills. Go check it out right now. It's the Harman Solar Podcast at harmansolar.com.
My name is Mary Grace. Early diagnosis is key, but make no mistake, it is a devastating disease.
For more information, contact us at alz.org or through the 24/7 helpline at 800-272-3900. Sponsored by the Alzheimer's Association.
It's the sound of the fight songs, the excitement of the rivalries. It's the unbelievable upsets. It's the Heisman hopefuls. It's the national rankings. College football is coming. Listen for it on 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Daniel Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic. 9116 says, I apologize. That escalated kind of quickly there. All right, well, just pick yourself a nice new text or nickname and, listen, we have a short attention span, obviously. You know what I mean? We'll forget. Max Niner says, been listening for a while now. Sorry, not telling you how to do your show or suggesting either. I love you, Blue. Well, no, I don't worry about Max Niner. I'm just, I got to treat you like everyone else. So shut the hell up. You know what I'm saying?
It's just some ribbon going on.
Yeah. Welcome to the show. Big George is on the text line. Says, hello, Jeffrey, Keon. Happy Friday. I just sent over on this. Well, don't worry about it, George. You know, I've got a little trick. When you forget to send it, then I just go back over the last 8 years and grab one from there. So don't worry about it, George.
So, George, am I not here?
Yeah, he didn't mention you. You're not here.
That's fine.
You know what, George? If he doesn't address you, be quiet. Know your place.
Jeez.
Nurse Scratchit says, say it ain't so. Another sports show reported Kyler stated he made a mistake and should have chosen baseball.
I doubt he said that.
Is this a reputable sports show?
Because just the money he made alone.
His bank account just said, shut the hell up.
Yeah.
And he would never say that.
Yeah. Kyler's never said anything interesting to the media. Almost never. What do you, now he's gonna start doing it now? I doubt it.
Yeah.
I really doubt it.
Baker's cocky hen says, I kept Likely on my bench after hearing Jeffrey say that Pitts was practicing yesterday. Don't even think about blaming me. And by the way, Pitts is 100% ready to go, unhindered, and going to play. So nobody could have predicted Likely. I mean, to give you an idea, I'm just saying, nobody saw that coming. Nurse Scratchit says it was Ben Mallard. Who the hell is Ben Mallard?
Ben Mallard.
Ben Mallard? That
Wait,
no, Ben. That's a blowhard of a dude. Okay?
Oh, you know who he is?
I do, because he used to do overnights, and I was like a radio dork growing up, so I listened to him.
Oh, he's on
all the time.
Fox. That's
yeah.
There you go. That's your left center thing right there. That's a left center comment.
No, Fox Sports,
That's a
you
left
dolt.
Center, still a left center comment.
There's a lot of great
it
people
really
on
is.
Fox
There
Sports.
are some leftist
Just not
people on
locally.
Fox Sports. It's Fox Sports is a different branch of
It's all the
Fox. No, it really isn't.
Not being anti-Fox at all. I'm just saying that guy's an overnight guy. I'd never even heard of him.
I like the Fox Sports, but Ben Maller in particular is a blowhard. He just is. He just says stuff.
Kyler never
I don't know
Kyler
that
would never say that.
I don't know that that's reputable, and hearing his name attached to it does not make it more reputable. Let me put it that way.
Well, Nurse Scratchit, you know, you should listen to our station in the middle of the night
because I mean I don't know if he's still overnight Maller. I haven't listened to him in like 15 years, but you know.
Big George says, "Hi, Ralph."
No, too late.
He says, "I didn't know you were there. I didn't mean to exclude you. I just tuned in."
Yeah, because you couldn't hear me yelling with Jeffrey, right?
Well, he just tuned in.
No, we're not talking. We're done.
Petty.
Penalty box today for George.
Petty today.
Wait, what? Baker's cocky hen says he's a late night guy on our channel. On our channel. Well, so he used to be with Fox. Now he's with
I guess
Infinity.
he's moved over.
Mallard.
You
know, I probably should listen to some of the other shows on the station every now and then.
Maybe once in a while.
But I doubt that Kyler said that. Regrets. I mean, I'm sorry. The NFL has been very good to him financially, and you know, baseball. You've got no guarantees.
Radio schedule.
Yeah, he would never.
You're great. You get paid, but like you're not guaranteed anything in Major League Baseball.
I'm looking it up. Hold on. Let's see. Amy Lawrence, Bart Winkler.
Just looking to see if I know.
Who's the Good Shepherd? Is that him? Dave Shepherd. That's not him.
I don't think I've ever heard of him in my life before.
There ain't no Mallard on here. Where's this? Unless it's a weekender or something. Let's see here.
You don't listen to weekend radio at all.
No, especially no.
Ian and I know that.
Yeah.
Just be glad I don't.
We know you don't.
Why should we be glad? I think we do pretty good shows on the weekend.
I do too.
If I'm forced to be critical, that's never good. Yeah, so Hefty. Yeah, it's not him. It's not him. But no, there's Amy Lawrence. She's been doing it for a million years, and a couple other guys too. So Nurse Scratchit said 1580. No, it was on Tuesday. Oh, so it was on Tuesday at the other station. Okay. Yeah, he's still on Fox Sports. By the way, he's an idiot. So tell him we said so.
Jeez.
I wish he was local because then we could start a fight. Chief Skull says, when you say Greg Mallard, I want someone to say it in an Elmer Fudd voice. Ben Maller, says Baker's Cocky Hens. He's a late night guy on this channel. You are wrong. He says, maybe I'm wrong. No, I agree. You're wrong.
Not maybe.
Anyway, back to what we were talking about. So the last play of the game last night, it was obvious. It was obvious that Likely had his toenail over the line. His black shoe on the white line made it even more clear. Even Patrick Mahomes was like, you just got to wear some white cleats next time. That's what got you right there. You might have got away with it. I don't think he would have got away with it with white cleats. His toe was obviously over the line. And Lamar Jackson was like, no, that was touchdown. I still think it's a touchdown.
No.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, he's just not going to concede defeat on that one. But you're wrong. You're wrong.
Yeah, that was clearly over the line.
It was close though.
It was close. There was one angle where I was like, "Oh, I'm not sure," and then from the other side, it was as plain as day.
Yep.
You know what we should do now? Should we do it now, or should we do it in the next half hour? I think we should give people a little warning, because if we just do it now, I feel like that's not right. So I got some ASU tickets for the football game. It's tomorrow night. So between now and 4:30. we'll give you a cue to call in and win. And the first person gets the parking pass and between 2 and 4 tickets. You can have whatever. If you only need 2, take 2. If you want 4, you take 4. But then we got another pair of tickets beyond that. You just don't get the parking pass. So we'll do that between now and 4:30. I just want people to give them a chance to sort of wrap their mind around the idea. I don't want to startle someone and cause a car accident or something.
Got 6 tickets.
That's what I
and
said.
A parking pass.
Yeah, that's what I said.
4 of the tickets are in one section, 2 in another section. So
yeah, I'm not going to give 6 tickets. I'm going to go, like I said, between either 2 or 4 and a parking pass. And then if you're like, well, I understand what you're saying. And then if you're like, well, then we only need 2. Then we'll just give parking pass to the 2 and then have the 4 that are together as a possibility for somebody else.
Can I pick who gets the 2?
No,
because I have a bad feeling I might know where they are.
Hefty Lefty says it's ironic he was wearing Deion Sanders edition cleats and had his toe out of bounds. Well, there's a historical callback from many years ago. So tonight the game is in Brazil.
For better or for worse.
I feel like tomorrow I might end up saying the words "and there were no survivors." I mean, that's just the first thing. But
I sure hope not. But
some people are like, well, we're not going. And those people are the Eagles radio broadcast team for the Eagles. They're like, we're going to do.
Really?
We'll do this from home. We'll just watch the TV and pretend like we're there.
What a bunch of wusses.
They're like, yeah, we don't want to go. The players didn't want to go, but they had no choice. But I guess here's what the WIP radio crew didn't send Merrill Reese, Mike Quick, or Howard Eskin. Remember that's the guy who got in trouble for trying to make out with one of the concession workers, I think. Anyway, they're like, nah.
I don't think Ralph was on the show that day. We talked about that.
Howard Eskin, he's like in his 70s, right? And he gets talking to someone, a gal with one of the concessions, and he's like, hey, how you doing? He's like, yeah, I know I'm 73, but also, she's like, oh, get off me, old man, get off me.
Really?
Yeah. He got in trouble.
Wow.
Anyway.
And then had the lamest apology to it, but
So Howard the Lips Eskin didn't go. Neither did Merrill Reese or Mike Quick. So they're going to just call the live game there just from some monitors.
I thought people in Philly were bad. I mean, what, they're afraid to go to Brazil? Really? You should be afraid in your own city.
Yeah, no doubt.
No. I mean,
People from Philly should
you
be
could
like,
try to.
I'm trying to
No, you could try to compare it. Crime in Brazil and crime in Philly are not the same.
There's probably some neighborhoods that are pretty similar.
And even then, people, you don't go to Philly and think, well, I might be held hostage.
Yeah, but no Brazilian
someone
is
might
throwing batteries at Santa Claus. I guarantee you
that's true. But no, you might go to Philly and someone might steal your wallet, like maybe at gunpoint.
In
but
Brazil, they will steal your life.
No, yeah, they will steal you and then make your family pay to get you back. That's not the same thing at all.
Can we never do this again?
I would love
Brazil.
I would love to never have.
I like the Friday game in week 1. I think that's a great idea, but can we not go to Brazil?
Problem with that is Roger Goodell has said, not only are we going to go back to Brazil, we're going to go even more places. He's looking to have maybe 8 to 10 to 12 international games every year.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
No, we all agree,
Someone
but
should just flick Roger Goodell in his
make it a
forehead.
preseason
That's
game.
just
Make it a preseason game where no one cares.
If I thought somebody would make any kind of difference, I'd be booping mother effers all day long. Oh my God.
Come on.
I'd be one booping son of a bitch. Just boop. There's every people in line at the store. Boop. Just sitting there at the checkout. Boop. It just all over the place.
I wonder how the field's going to be. Because when they play in Germany, the field's so soft, it just gives. Is it going to have that same issue tonight on a soccer field? I'm wondering.
I think we'll have to wait and find out because it was a big problem in Germany. That was a bad field.
Really bad.
Painkillers are a lot easier to come by in Brazil, but
I don't think it'll be worth it. Probably be cut with something you don't even want to have in your body.
CK says, Ralph, minor crime in Philly is taking your wallet. Minor crime in Brazil, they steal your organs.
Fair.
Lost Toby says,
where's my kidney?
Ralph looks like Steve Buscemi on 30 Rock trying to fit in with the kids. Oh my God.
What is
And he
that
sent a
deal with
picture-
my hat? Oh my god!
It's
He sent a
weird
picture
obsession.
of Steve Buscemi with his hat on backwards.
I like wearing a hat backwards. Is that a problem?
Are you on the text line right now? Because I didn't even mention hat.
No, he had to assume it was the hat.
Well,
because
it's been
that's
all over
that's
social
what
media.
Buscemi does in the bit.
If you go on social media, you'll see
Hello,
people commenting
fellow
on it.
kids, and he has his hat backwards.
I am on the ultimate social media. It's called radio. It's 1580 The Fanatic.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone. I went through it a while back. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again, at work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text. Text HOT to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast, absolutely free. Text HOT to 321-321. That's HOT to 321-321.
Products and statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease or illness.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-285-3636. 800-285-3636.
Paid for by Wesley Financial Group.
I want to learn how to cook, but I keep ordering takeout.
Accomplishing goals is hard, but when your goal is to learn a new language, Babbel makes it easy. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel will help you start having conversations in as little as 3 weeks. Words and phrases you'll actually use. So when someone asks, "How's your French going?" you can say,
Babbel facilite grandement l'apprentissage d'une nouvelle langue.
Now try Babbel for free at Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Kick off football season down at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse, now at 2 Valley locations. When it comes to Asian cuisine, no one does it better or more authentic than Kasai, where talented Teppen chefs create the food, the fire, and the fun of teppanyaki. Kasai Japanese Steakhouse isn't just for dinner, it's dinnertainment, a memorable dining experience where a delicious 7-course meal is prepared right at your table with flair. It's a perfect choice for celebrations, date nights, or a night on the town. Choose from over 30 different items and combinations of teppanyaki, Asian fusion, and innovative sushi. Happy Hour is always on fire and offered daily with their specials on Asian-inspired comfort food like Togarashi chicken wings, Mongolian barbecue ribs, and their signature Wagyu beef burger. It's a touchdown every time at Kasai Japanese Steakhouse at either of their 2 locations, Scottsdale Road in Thunderbird, and now open in Peoria at the 101 in Northern. Go to KasaiTeppen.com. That's KASAI Teppen.com, or search Kasai on your mobile phone.
KQFN Tempe. Also transmitting on K257CD Phoenix at 99.3 FM and K240 EU Mountain Hills at 95.9 FM.
All right, people, settle down because it's time.
For what?
Showtime.
When does it start?
Right now. 3, 2, 1.
Let's get on with the show.
Let's do it.
Hi, everybody. It's 4 o'clock here on the Daily Blender, and your good friend, your radio pal, Jeffrey O'Brien, not alongside Randy White. We got Ralph from Harmon Solar with us. Keon Rose is in the control room, and you guys are on the Fanatic text line, 888-368-1580, as we broadcast live in the Harmon Solar Studios in Scottsdale. I just realized we don't have time for Keon Rose's college football dance party, I don't think. You got a short version of that, or
have a short version?
I feel like we don't have a whole lot of time here.
I think we're gonna have to punt on it this week. And
you could at least tell us about ASU and Mississippi State and what you think is going to happen there. Unless it's negative, then you just keep it to yourself.
Well, it's not necessarily negative, but it's one of those games I'm not actually sure what to think just yet, because ASU looked really strong last week, and this was supposed to be a year where there were going to be more struggles for ASU, and I think that like this game is going to be an actual test of the Sun Devils, as opposed to last week, which could have been a test. A lot of people thought that there was going to be at least some kind of pushback, some kind of resistance from Wyoming. And that, to be just clear and honest about it, never actually happened. So, no, I think that this game is going to be really interesting because I think it's going to be a close one. Mississippi State, obviously an SEC school, but they're not exactly, the dominant force in the SEC. They're going to be maybe a mid-tier team, a low mid-tier team in that conference. So I think that there is a good challenge here for them. They played Eastern Kentucky a week ago, just beat them up. So you have two teams coming off of really massive victories, but I do think that this is going to be a test for both of these defenses because they both played against defenses that could not, they both went against offenses that couldn't move the ball against them. So what do you do now when you play a team that can maybe move the ball a little bit? I like ASU's chances in the game. I'm going to take them.
Well, you're not the only one because ASU is favored, and looking at the betting odds, ASU is minus 230, and just people are giving them the edge against Mississippi State. So it'll be interesting to see what happens, and we'd love to send you to the game if you're out there listening. And so be listening for your chance to win some tickets. We got a parking pass and we got tickets, and we'll just sort it out who gets what and when and where. So you understand what I'm saying? If they say they only want 2 tickets, give them those 2 so that we can keep the other 4 together. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll just sort of figure it out that way. Hefty Lefty says, Kevin Harlan here, and welcome to the 2027 season opener live from Guantanamo Bay. Join us for our Thanksgiving game this year in Siberia. Yeah, I don't like the way it sounds either, man.
With the way we're trending, I mean, we're going to have an NFL kickoff in Budapest one of these days, and I don't know.
Chief Skull says Ralph is too old to wear his hat backwards. He looks like he's trying out for the Kevin Smith character in Jay and Silent Bob.
All right. So let's talk about this. Let's talk about this real quick.
What is the age limit on your hat backwards? What the hell even is that?
As if Ralph could ever be silent.
I've worn a hat a lot backwards, but the reason I started doing it all the time on the air is because when I wear it forward, the light gets blocked and I get a huge shadow.
Anybody needs to see your face.
I'm just saying it's really bad in the studio. So I started doing this on air, but I used to do this all the time. So get over it. It's not a big deal.
If you're wearing a hat indoors, you can wear it however you want.
And I started doing it because I was a huge Ken Griffey Jr. fan, and he used to do it all the time.
Yeah.
And so I
the point of the hat is that the bill blocks the sun. If you want the sun off the back of your neck and you're outside, you wear it backwards. If you want the sun to be blocked, to be blocked from your face, you wear it forwards. If you're inside, what possible difference could it make what direction the hat is?
It makes a difference because I've like the times I go to work with no hat on, and I'll be sitting there and be like, God damn, it's bright in here. Because I'm so used to having a little shade right there, Yeah,
if you're used to it. But if you're used to, because you wear a hat a lot, but if you're someone who's used to wearing it backwards all the time,
I've never worn it backwards.
Never?
No.
I pretty much just wear it backwards.
Yeah, and I wear a hat 90% of the time, so I'm always have a hat on. It's usually backwards.
Just wear it how you
I've
want.
always done that. So just because I'm older doesn't mean I'm not going to do that. How stupid is that?
Yeah, Ralph is very old, but he doesn't have to listen to you telling him how to wear his hat.
I'm not very old.
There isn't an
You are
age limit.
substantially older than me.
I just turned 58.
Dear Lord.
Last weekend. But
You're over a president older than me.
A president? You're like 50 what? 52, 53?
Yeah, just go with 52.
You're 54? You're up there. That's why you're trying to hide behind your hat, Bill.
No.
I'm okay showing my face.
My face is amazing.
It depends who you ask.
I'm not asking you. Moist one says,
neither of you is asking the other one.
The hat gives Neil something to hold on to.
Wow.
I hate y'all.
Oh, Lordy.
Who said that?
The moist one. Who else would send a text like that, Ralph? Who?
But you know what? You have to give him credit. That was pretty good.
That was news. Hey.
Donnie says, I turned 40 in a month and I still wear my hat backwards.
There you go. You're not going to change that.
Wow, seriously? That makes you feel good hearing that it was Donnie that said that?
Everyone does it that wears their hat. It's no big deal.
Dan Quinn.
Nurse Scratchit says, if you want to get pulled over, you wear your hat backwards. Driving down the road.
That would be such a stupid reason, too. Like, it's just.
Well, there's a lot of stupid reasons.
Baker's Cocky Hen says, looks a lot better backwards if it's a fitted hat, though.
I do both, so.
Chosen One says, good afternoon, gentlemen. Within 5 years, the NFL will have 18 games, 2 bye weeks, and every team will have an international game. They're going to have alternate years, so each team loses a home game every other year.
What about the revenue loss for that?
There's revenue gain, I guess, in the way the NFL sees it, because they're having to foot the bill for a lot of this kind of travel and crap. So they're probably somebody with metrics has figured they're going to get some jersey sales out of this. They're going to get some people who are subscribing to watch the NFL because of this. They're going to sell tickets. They're going to, across the board, they have a formula, or else they wouldn't be doing it.
And I'd say then you need to lower season ticket prices because you're stealing a game.
True.
Right. Number one.
Agreed.
And then put a buy before or after or both, because these trips are killing teams.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, I don't care if you start the NFL season on Labor Day. We're heading that direction. I mean, I don't know which way you want to go if you go to 18 games, but you're going to have to go even further because you absolutely have to have 2 bye weeks if you do that.
Yes.
And then the nice thing is we'll all have football to watch for like 20 weeks, but it'll only be 18 games for the teams. And I don't know. Something's going to give.
Yeah.
I hate it.
It's getting to be too much. All of it is getting to be too much. Killer Rabbit says, my wife wants me to wear my hat backwards once in a while. She says it reminds her of when we first met. I'm 52, he says.
Well, there you go. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, if that's what she wants. It
it.
Seems like a very little thing to do to make your wife
There's
happy.
a moment where everyone's wife will say something, and all you hear is, I need you to look like someone different. You know?
In this case, you in the past.
I've heard that.
Which you should take as opposed to some other person.
That's like, just turn the lights off. Let me think of something different. Anyway,
it's like if your wife wears glasses and then you come along getting all frisky and she takes them off just so you look like someone different. That's a hint. You know what I mean?
People could give you a hard time because you wear a dad cap. Those are dad caps, and not everybody
Nobody
likes
gives
those.
me a hard time.
But I'm just saying, right? They're dad caps. Like I can't stand those caps because they're so thin. I don't like them.
Nobody gives me a hard time.
Okay, well, I'm just saying. But
you
couldn't even wear that hat backwards because it's not wearable that way.
Sure, I could.
No, it looks horrible.
Well, you're wearing the same hat.
No, that's a dad cap. That's a really it's not a deep hat. Like this is a deep cap. That's not.
It seems to matter to you quite a bit. I'm not sure why.
I know hats. I have, you go to my closet. There's about 300 hats.
That's just what I like.
I have hats from back 30 years ago from football teams. It's cool stuff.
Tell you what, I'll go get a fitted hat. I'll wear it backwards.
I'd like to see it.
There.
I'll give you a hat.
I have my own Colts hat.
I'll bring you a Vikings hat for Donnie.
No,
I have a Vikings hat. You can have it.
I ain't wearing another team hat. That's why if I have jerseys, they all say O'Brien on the back because I'm not wearing another man's name on my back.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I refuse.
That's cool.
That's where you're liberal. 888-368-1580. So at first when I saw this headline, I thought to myself, well, what's going on with that? I thought they unretired a number, but turns out they didn't unretire it. They just restored it. Here's what happened. Your school, Ralph, USC, has retired Caleb Williams' number, number 13. Yes, and then they brought back Bush's number 5. When I saw they brought it back, I thought they were like, somebody else can be 5 now. And I'm like, whoa, that's not cool. You know what it was is in 2010, his retired number had been removed. And because of the whole thing with him,
wrongfully, yes.
Well, now they have restored it, so it is back. So, I don't know. I mean, so they retired his number, and then what were other guys at USC wearing 5 for the last 14 years?
I think there was a couple that were actually wearing it. Yeah, that I remember. But yeah, they disrespected him tremendously when they did that to him, and there are a lot of things they did wrong. And now they're apologizing up and down to the guy. Gave him his Heisman back. But yeah, SC has 8 retired numbers, and Caleb and him are the newest 2 that are up there again. So,
well,
I mean, OJ's number's up there. He killed somebody. They didn't take it down.
Yeah, but Reggie Bush got some benefits that he shouldn't have gotten. Got to drive around a car from a car dealership. And so all of a sudden, that's worse than the guy who murdered 2 people.
Allegedly.
It's just.
And think about that nowadays. I mean, he drove a car around. Oh, wow. What do you do today? Right? They give you whatever you want.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, and then with the NIL, it's just the entire world of college football owes Reggie Bush an apology, and then
Absolutely.
Ohio State, they owe Jim Tressel an apology for the way that they absolutely ruined him.
Just like the Heisman Commission gave him his Heisman back before the NCAA even said he was cleared.
Yeah,
they were like, this is ridiculous, and they gave it back to him.
So I just saw something. It says here that Bush remains in a defamation lawsuit against the NCAA, seeking to hold it accountable for maliciously attacking his character.
Correct.
Can he win that? Because he did do the thing.
No, they went after him above and beyond. There were some things they
Okay,
said about him that
they
were
started
not true.
going after him as a person. They started to use the benefits he got to essentially build a case that Reggie Bush wasn't just, just a kid that was in a situation where adults were giving him money and stuff. So he took it, like a bunch of other players, by the way, at that time. I mean, a number of guys got in trouble, but he was the one that got his character smeared in a way that was gross, honestly.
He's going to win that lawsuit. They'll probably settle out of court, but he's going to get money out of it.
Man, the NCAA is neutered, isn't it?
Yeah,
just
good.
neutered.
It's a good thing.
Cheese Skull says, Jeffrey, if you were in prison, you might have to wear another man's name on your back. No, I can't do time. I'm much too pretty.
Yeah,
I ain't going back.
I ain't going back. Look, and there's the kicker of that question, by the way. If you were in prison, don't plan on ever being there. So I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know. Harrison Ford, remember that when the fugitive? Remember that? He didn't kill his wife. It was that one-armed dude.
Oh, jeez.
So who knows? I could get accused of anything.
I mean, I guess.
So you never can rule out that you won't go to prison.
That while that is a good point, it's a little scary.
Yeah,
that's always on the table. Just prison.
Someone could turn on you,
especially in this country. Kiss the Cook says Taco Bell tastes good when you're eating it, but you know what's going to happen later. ASU looks really good at the start of the season, but you know what's going to happen at the end. They're not necessarily Kiss the Cook. There's been a lot of improvements, a lot of changes. We got a good new coach. I'm not saying they're going to win the college football championship, but we're looking forward to this being a better team. All I want is for them to beat ASU.
They already look like a better team. And
we'll see this week.
By the way, I mean, yeah, this is the first real test.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that ASU is like a 8-win, 9-win football team. If they win 6 or 7, like that's a clear improvement over last year.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to see what they can do. I saw a unit that looked buttoned up last week. They were coordinated. They got in and out. Guys knew, okay, this is the play that gets called, and everybody's in and out. They're off the field and on the field, and everybody knows their responsibilities. That I haven't seen at this school in a little bit, and I'm excited about that.
Scratch Me Because says, can you retire Ralph? Just Ralph. I don't care about his number.
Wow. Soon.
Oh, what is your number, Ralph, on your shirt there?
No, this is SC.
That's not a number.
No,
man, you are bad at this.
I don't have a number. I mean, I have a number I wore in hockey. You want me to give you that number?
Yes. What was that number?
97.
It's a high number.
Yeah.
That's a hockey number, though.
Yeah. Kiss the Cook says players getting money from boosters. That stuff was happening in high school.
It was happening in high school, and it was happening in the 30, 40 years before Reggie Bush even started playing college football. I mean, you want to talk about the stuff that Eric Dickerson got a gold Trans Am and then said his grandma bought.
Was it gold color or was it made of gold?
It was gold colored, but it wasn't like gold yellow. It was like glittering gold.
That's
and
loud.
his grandma was on a single salary. That woman couldn't afford that. And Eric Dickerson took that car and then didn't go to the school that gave it to him. That's how bad it was. Okay. Like, let's not act like Reggie. What do you mean let him? You weren't supposed to give it to him in the first place.
Good for him.
So if he
Proof you gave it to him.
Yeah. Allegedly at the University of Texas.
Speaking of Texas, by the way, your not that Texas, but this Texas, your Texas, Arch Manning's Texas.
The very same.
His dad did a thing. Cooper Manning, baller move on a troll. I guess they're in Michigan. And so he went and he paid to have the Texas flag fly outside the Graduate Hotel near campus. And I guess people in Ann Arbor are just mad as hell about it. But that is remarkable trolling. I mean, it's like you're handing out. I don't know how much you have to pay to get somebody to fly a flag. Some people said, well, it turns out he is a high-ranking role at AJ Capital Partners. It's a real estate firm that, has a pretty big lodging portfolio, which includes the hotel they're staying in. So maybe he didn't have to pay at all. He just said, put this up. But whatever the case, nice troll job.
No, Cooper Manning is like independently of his family wealthy. He has done very well for himself in business. So I don't know how much money it is, but he's got it.
That's just pretty nice troll job right there.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
That's very funny.
Hey, we were talking about charity the other day, and Charles Barkley's name always comes up, especially he does it the right way. He personally doesn't talk about it. He just does it. He sees a need, he does it. Shaq does the same thing, but I think sometimes he likes to videotape it because you see these TV shows. But still, he'll take care of a kid even with the cameras not rolling. And Charles Barkley, he's always been ready to help out in charitable ways. And this surprised me. Charles Barkley helping out here and there, but he actually put a $1 million bounty on the Pythagorean theorem.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. He put a $1 million bounty on the Pythagorean theorem. And he said, I give you $1 million at St. Mary's Academy in New Orleans. I give this school $1 million if you guys can crack this. And so a couple of gals there were like, well, let's see what happens. So for 2 months, they worked together nonstop, these two girls. And they're like, what we should do? Let's use trigonometry. And using trigonometry was something that people hadn't really done before. They were able to prove the Pythagorean theorem. It's a Greek principle surrounding the relations between three sides of a right triangle. So this mathematical puzzle, which has been just baffling people for like 2,000 years, these two girls figured it out in a semester. And so now Charles is like, oh, I guess I got to pay you $1 million. Wow. I don't think he expected to ever have to pay the $1 million, but now he's made a deal. He's like, can I give you $100,000 a year for 10 years? Can we do that? And they're like, yeah, sure.
He's making payments?
Yeah, he's making $100,000 payments. I feel like he should have just paid the whole thing.
That's weak.
Yeah.
That's weak.
Can you imagine? This thing has sat there for 2,000 years unsolved. Charles Barkley is like, I'll give you $1 million. You did what? Yeah. Wow. So
he maybe thought it would take a few years.
He did not expect that, but good for those girls, those two girls. And in there, like these two young African-American girls, they're like, they're like, do you want to be mathematicians? No, not really. We just felt like this would be a fun thing to do. Are you guys math geniuses? No, we just wanted to get $1 million for the school.
Wow, good for them.
Like, we're on to go do something else. See ya. They're like, well, how are you not? Just come back. Math needs you.
Charles Barkley, math needs you to put up another mill. Apparently, that's what it's going to take.
I don't know how many other theorems are out there that need solving, but I guess Charles Barkley's money is very helpful at that. So congratulations to St. Mary's Academy for getting that done. I don't know why this girl's name didn't show up in the story. That's bizarre. Maybe they were trying to protect their identity. I don't know. All right, listen, we got to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap this thing up. Why? Well, because at 4:30. It's a Brazil game. That's right. The Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles will battle it out underneath the giant Jesus statue in Brazil. Can you see that like from everywhere? The giant Jesus statue?
I believe so. Yes. Everywhere.
I mean, it's high on
the mountain.
Really high up.
And it's very well lit.
That is a engineering
Are we
marvel.
giving tickets away when we get back or?
Oh,
now?
yeah. Because we should remember to do that. Right?
Probably call right now.
Yeah.
Would you mind your own business, Ralph?
I'm just saying.
Yeah, okay now. Caller 3-888-368-1580. You get to choose how many tickets you want. You can have 4 or you can have 2, plus a parking pass. Then the caller after that will win whatever is left over. Are we all clear, Keon?
Oh, we're all clear.
I'll just wait till that mic comes on.
Yeah, no, we're all clear.
Yeah, all right. It's the Daily Blender here on 1580, The Fanatic.
The Fanatic is your home for fall football. Catch the NFL and NCAA live games on 1580 and 99.3 The Fanatic. Brought to you by Bet365. It's never ordinary at Bet365.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams September holiday sale and get 30% off paints and stains from August 30th through September 9th. With prices starting at $34.29, it's the perfect time to transform your space with color. Whether you're looking to revamp your bedroom, living room, or home office, we have you covered with bold hues, soothing neutrals, and everything in between. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Mom, meet Sarah.
From first time Nana moments.
Yeah, welcome to Flight 101.
To annual girls trip moments. Your can't miss moments are worth protecting against RSV. If you're 75 or older or 60 plus with a chronic condition like asthma, COPD, heart disease, or severe diabetes, you're at higher risk of landing in the hospital from RSV. And there are no prescription RSV treatments. Check eligibility and schedule your RSV vaccine at vaxassist.com.
So where should we go next?
Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, sweetie, what you doing?
Looking around for jobs. Offices, 9 to 5. I don't want anything boring.
You know, Brian's daughter's in the Phoenix Police Academy. Pretty sure she's not bored.
I never thought of that.
Check out joinphxpd.com and take a look.
Over 80 specialty details like detective and canine handler. What else? Dignitary protection, 911 operator. They have aviation and dive team jobs? What?
Rise to serve. Find more today at joinphxpd.com. Protect and serve with the elite.
Sponsored by the City of Phoenix.
Will Shakespeare here. Back in my day, I invented over 1,700 slang words like swagger, bedazzled, and my personal favorite, besmirch. But even I have trouble understanding slang words like yeet or bougie or
This is fire.
actually, it is extremely smooth Shakespeare vodka.
Okay, boomer.
See what I mean? But there is one word that describes the pure quadruple distilled spirit crafted from an 8th century Polish recipe the first time you try it.
So lit.
I couldn't have said it better myself. Shakespeare vodka. So lit.
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, where every nail-biting overtime win, breakaway, pick six, three-point shot, underdog win, buzzer beater, shootout, walk-off, and absolutely every play in between is amazing. From football to basketball and hockey to baseball, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-NEXT-STEP. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Arizona.
If only life had a remote control, you could pause or rewind. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Ken Barkley here, reminding you to check out You Better You Bet. Why, you ask? Well, because we bring the fun, the insight, and all the wagertainment you need. Plus, hopefully, we win a couple bets along the way. From up-to-the-minute breakdowns of backdoor covers, bad beats, and the cheers and tears that come with them, obviously. Plus, betting analysis from some of the best minds in the sports wagering world. Join myself and Nick Costos and tune into You Better You Bet. Weekdays from noon to 3 on Arizona's sports betting station 1580 and 99.3, The Fanatic.
Dave Lender here on 1580, The Fanatic. So, all right, Keon, do we have a winner of tickets and parking pass for the ASU game tomorrow night, 7:30 p.m. is ASU hosting Mississippi State.
Yeah, we have a winner. That would be Cardinal Sean, who says he hasn't texted in a very long time, but he has been listening. And he took the 4 tickets and the parking pass.
Oh my God, you're a greedy bastard. Enjoy those tickets. No, man, if it's his family or whatever, his friends.
He's got kids. He's got kids.
Good for you, man. Good for you. And thank you for listening. I don't know why that greedy bastard doesn't text in ever.
Because he's driving.
Maybe because you call him a greedy bastard.
I mean, there's always that. That could have something to do with it. Enjoy the game and be sure to post up on some socials and let us know. We'd like to see the pictures and stuff. Love to see how good the tickets are. All right, so we got another pair of tickets. We got to give that away. So do we have somebody on the phone we can give that to?
Well, they gave up while we were coming back from break there. So
you put them on hold and then they hung up. Oh, so call now.
Well, I didn't even get to put them on hold. I didn't even get to answer. It was like,
right.
we're back.
Let's go caller number 2 this time because I'm in a hurry. I feel like we're going to run out of time here. So caller 888-368-1580. And you can have the tickets. I don't even care. I'm not even gonna not even gonna mess around with it. In fact, you put them on the phone with us if you want. I'll live dangerous, so you can put them on the phone.
That's very dangerous.
I don't know. Hey, Sunday morning football show. How did that go last week? Is it a good show?
It's a really good show. You should listen. You might learn something.
Yeah, I doubt it.
I mean, this week is going to be good because you're going to have the preview of the Cardinal game, the preview of the opponent, and then we got the King coming at 9:00.
Well, there you go. That's worth it because the last minute fantasy football advice from the King, you can get that. What time is he on?
He's on at 9 a.m.
Show starts at 8.
Show starts at 8. So if you
I'll see you at 9.
See you at 9. I knew that was coming. But get in there at 9:00 and talk to the King. I mean, he's got some really good last minute stuff.
How serious were you about getting the caller on?
Well, it depends. Who is it?
I haven't gathered any information yet.
Oh, put him on the phone. Just put him on the phone.
Okay. Yeah, all
hey,
right.
Who is this on the phone right now? Don't swear.
Whistling Gerbil.
Whistling Gerbil. I feel like all you ever do is call in and win tickets. How are you doing, man? Okay, great. Good talk. Let's put him on hold and get his information, Keon. Whistling Gerbil is in a car and stoned to the Jesus is what it sounds like. All right, well, he's got the tickets, so there you go. 888-368-1580. But no, seriously, the Sunday morning football show with the Weekend Warriors, that is absolutely worth a tune in and get you ready. Especially, my God, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, let's be honest. 8 a.m. There ain't nothing on TV. There ain't nothing on TV. And then, by the way, you don't want to watch the CBS show. And then, of course, the Fox show that don't get good until 10 a.m. So really, no matter what you're doing, no matter what is happening, what you ought to be doing is listening to the Weekend Warriors football show.
Yeah, it's a great show. I'm telling you, you want to listen to it. We'll get you ready for the Cardinal game. If you're a Cardinal fan, we'll get you ready for that game. We'll tell you a little bit about their opponent. Again, Scott the King is going to give you that last minute stuff, and then we're going to do picks and stuff too on that show. So it's absolutely worth a listen to get ready for the day. I mean, we're gonna talk about a lot of it's all things football, so it's nothing but NFL.
So like wall to wall Seahawk crap?
No, it's absolutely not. So don't even think that. It has nothing to do with that. It's all about the Cardinals and just getting you ready for the NFL.
All right. So there you go. Tune into that here on 1580 The Fanatic Sunday mornings, 8 a.m. until 10 a.m.
Yep.
If there's a game, then it's 8 a.m. until 9:30 a.m. or something.
Correct.
888-368-1580. Let's see. Oh my God, the show's over. Lost Toby says, nerds. Wilbur says, hell, I can even see the giant Jesus statue from my house in Phoenix. Nephew Lefty says, I also want to know about the theorem that needed solving. I thought a squared plus b squared equals c squared was just a solidified rule of geometry. I'm not taking anything away from the students to figure it out, though. I'm just curious. No time to explain that to you, Hefty Lefty. Don't be a child. The Pythagorean theorem is it should be easy for you.
Yeah, there's a particular part of it that hadn't been solved. You have to Google it. It's kind of complicated to explain.
Baker's Cocky Hen says Texas is going to roll over Michigan this week. And hey, Keon, could Whistling Gerbil hear you? Did you actually get him the tickets?
I did, yeah.
Is he deeply stoned?
He's not. It's just he's driving, and so you didn't sound clear.
Well, this should sound clear. It's Packers and Eagles up next.
Listen to Uninterrupted